Joining us today is Mark Searle, Principal Consultant, Key Energy and Resources, who will be speaking at IR's Electricity Price and Market Dynamics Review, which takes place on the 28th to 29th of April 2011 in Sydney. Hello Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure, John. Pleasure.
First of all, how can an intensive energy user manage their energy cost auditing more efficiently?
Well, surprisingly enough, I think the first place is to begin to get a handle on what they're spending. A lot of large users don't really know what their energy budget is, so good records are essential. I think once they've done that, there's a clear need to understand the bills and check the tariffs, and if it's possible, manage their demand and power factor more closely.
How can large-scale electricity users accurately assess and reduce their energy costs, do you think?
Well, I think the points we just made a minute ago are all relevant to large users. In addition to that, I really think they should reconstruct their accounts. I think they should rebuild their accounts with a pencil and paper, look at where the cost items are, and look at what they can do to mitigate those costs. And
what specific techniques can be employed to effectively manage energy contracts and reduce energy wastage?
I think a good starting point is to begin to plot your energy usage, your energy cost, against your production. Easier said than done, not always good to get a meaningful productivity index, but once you can start plotting the dollars you spend on energy per month and the amount of energy you use per month against the tons you produce, you're beginning to get a handle on things. I think it's also a good idea to talk to other people in similar industries and find out just how much they're using per tonne of production. And of course, on the commercial side, it's always very, very important to negotiate that energy contract at the right time when the wholesale market is low, and to make sure the contract itself is well managed.
How can you ensure that your energy consumption and cost data is safely housed for future use?
I think it's probably impossible to safely house any data forever, but there are some very robust procedures you can begin to use. In the first place, the electricity retailers will usually give you very good data. They will usually give you load profile, which is your use every half hour, and they will usually give you a billing summary, which is your energy use by month, broken into tariff band. And that normally comes in an XLS file, and my advice to clients is always to burn that to a CD and hold it off-site where you can get it. In parallel with that, there's nothing that stops you getting a little database or a little Excel spreadsheet and just entering in the day you get an invoice, the quantity on the invoice, and the amount of energy that's been used. So you probably need a couple of strategies.
You're speaking at IR's Electricity Price and Market Dynamics Review, which takes place on the 28th to 29th of April 2011 in Sydney. What will be the focus of your presentation?
We're going to be focusing on large users, people who actually have to manage and people who are responsible for a large energy portfolio. We'll be showing them how they can better manage their cost, explaining to them the key items of cost in their bill, and giving them some strategies to bring that cost down.
Mark Searle, many thanks for your time today.
My pleasure.